That being said, we are moving onwards, darling. Yes.
Do you know I've been working on myself all along?
Hey Hatchlings, it's Dragon Feather and welcome back to the channel, and on today's episode we're going to talk about how you can use writing to create the reality you desire to live in. And if that sounds really interesting, then please do stay tuned. But before we get started, if you're new here, merry meet, my name is Azura. I post new videos here every week and they're magical, so don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss one of my new uploads, hopefully. Ding! I wanted to give a special thanks to Adil C and Pencils of Promise for helping me with the music in this video and also helping kids around the globe get education that they need. If you are interested in donating to Pencils of Promise to help kids get education that they otherwise wouldn't get, then please do click the link down below to Adil C's and Pencils of Promise partnership fundraiser. And it really doesn't matter how much you donate. It could be $1 to however much you can, and every little bit counts and helps kids have opportunities that they otherwise would not. And I'm very passionate about children, so I would hope that you are too, to help them, you know, be able to learn how to read and write, among other things. So if you are unable to donate, have no fear, just go ahead and stream Adil C's song Where Are You Reimagined on Spotify, and all the streaming revenue from that song will be donated to Pencils of Promise as well. So either way, you can help, no matter if you can donate or not, and of course share it with a friend if you are so able to do so. It really does help out, and we're trying to get as much money as we can to these kids. So thank you so much for considering, and with that being said, let's learn why it's so important to know how to read and write, because it is literally a tool of magic. One of my favorite practices in life is writing. I'm pretty sure you could have guessed that. I love blogging in the Hatchling clan, I love writing books, I love writing spells, I love writing songs, I love writing poetry, I love writing stories. I could literally write my whole life. I have so many journals and it's just ridiculous, but the reality is that there's power in writing, and it's really important, especially to get our thoughts out of our minds onto paper. And not necessarily for like notes or all of that has to be on like paper. It could be like in a memo of a phone, but when it comes to writing down like things that you want to, you know, make happen in your life, dreams or goals that you have set, if you have any sort of magical endeavors that you're working on. For example, a magical version of this would be considered a petition paper. If you are a little unfamiliar with what a petition paper is, I highly recommend checking out Bahati Life's video all about petition papers, because I have not been able to find a better, more cohesive and well put together video on the topic, so highly recommend that video. Petition papers are basically a form of spell crafting where you write down what you want as if it has already happened. So instead of saying like, I want $1,000 by March 28th or whatever date, you know, by Halloween or whatever in 2020, you would say, I am so happy and grateful that I received $1,000 on this day before, you know, Halloween, or I got all the money I needed for rent by this and this, and be specific. Like, the more detailed you are, the absolute best you can possibly put into that is going to make it so much more effective. Because, you know, when we read a good book, not even a movie can compare. And those who read books will absolutely agree with me when I say that, because when you have really detailed and beautifully written, it doesn't even necessarily have to be beautifully written, but when you have very detailed like text of what's going on, you can absolutely visualize it better. Even if you know, can't necessarily read, maybe you listen to the audiobooks, maybe if you don't have full extent of all your senses, you know, maybe if you struggle with mental illness, maybe if you have like just an inability to visualize or whatever sometimes, it's those detailed descriptions that really captivate us in a story. You know, really good storytelling is gonna really help you in this, and it's definitely a work, it's a practice, okay? Like, if you've never done petition papers before, if you've never done like writing magic, or if you've never kept a journal write like how you want your day to pan out, write how much money you make that day, write what you did to make money before you even did it. Like, if you don't keep a journal like that already, or if you don't have anything like that or something like that, then like maybe this could be a struggle for you in the beginning. But we all have to go through that learning curve in order to, you know, develop a skill. And that's exactly what magic is. Magic is a skill. Like, it is not like just like a whoopee, like no, sweetheart, like it is a practice that you need to hone over time. You know, you must perfect your craft, even though you never will. We can never perfect anything in this world, but because we cannot perfect everything at the same time, isn't that perfect? But that's a tangent, we're gonna drop that one. I have had the most success recently, like within 2020, 2019, with my spells, specifically when it comes to writing magic. And this also like is relevant when you like write on a piece of paper and then burn something in a fire. I also have done like writing petition papers and burying it. You can also cast it out to sea. A really fun one is writing a manifestation, making it into a paper airplane, and then casting it out into the ocean. Please make sure you use papers that are not toxic to the like sea life or whatever, something that's decomposable. If you're gonna do something like that, it's possible. Just be consciously aware of how you engage with the environment, please, because like literally I've been on fire since, oh, you know, summer. Really important to remember that when you do these types of spells, or it doesn't even have to be a spell, you know what I mean? Like, you can just simply write something that you want to manifest as if it already happened. So when you read that, like when you read that back to yourself, like it's a program in your mind, you know what I mean? Like, you can also write like affirmations for yourself, record them on your phone, listen to them before you go to bed. Like, that is a form of what I'm talking about here, because it's about taking what's in your mind, like things that you desire, you know, stories that you wish to tell, a story that you wish to become, a legacy that you wish to leave, you know, things that you wish to experience and create. When you put that into your writing and you use your writing as a medium to get your energy, your message, your vibration out into the universe to manifest back into your life, is 110% actually like possible. And I have been successful doing it, and you can be successful doing it. You just have to start. And if you're not successful at first or right away, that's okay, because the one that like was the most successful to me, I wrote a petition paper for $1,200. I really needed the money, and I wrote specifically like by the end of the month, and I was like, I'm so happy and grateful, blah blah blah. Like, I literally was detailed about how I got it and where it came from and why, and like all of this, you know, with my business and stuff. Was very specific about it, and none of it even mattered, you know what I mean? I did not get it that month. I was expecting speed, but then I used like an earth spell. It was the one that I buried in the ground, and like I should have lit it on fire if I wanted it that month, but like whatever, that's fine. Almost a year later, this year, I ended up with just like $1,200 randomly. It was a gift to me. It was just like out of the blue, out of nowhere, so much so that when I saw it in my account, I was very confused, calling like a couple of like business partners, being like, did you do this? Did you need this money? Where did this come from? And then when I saw that it was from a family member, I was like, well, shit, the exact amount I asked for. Like don't underestimate this. And like, it really is just a matter of how open your mind is and how much intent you have when you believe in it. It's all about an energy exchange, because like, when you think about the laws of the universe, nothing is created nor destroyed, just transformed, transmuted, and transferred. And so with that being said, when it comes to the energy exchange, there's also the law that there will always be an equal and opposite reaction to any sort of outside force. And these are Newton's laws. Like, these are like science, bro, like actual science. But when you apply them in a metaphysical way, it absolutely still applies, because the more energy you put into your writing, the more excited you write. You know, it doesn't have to look perfect. You know, if the way that you write is crazy all over the place, super energetic, like hella hard, your hand is hella cramped, and it's barely legible, but the energy you put into it was mad and you were barely even focusing on what you were writing and more so focused on what you were visualizing while writing it, I guarantee the one that you cannot read very well, that you burn or bury or cast off into the ocean or what have you, is going to work 500 times better than the one that's perfectly crafted, looks beautiful, aesthetically pleasing, Instagram worthy. Like, that's just witchcraft. It's messy as fuck sometimes, okay? So that's why it's so important to remember that when you do these types of spells, when you do these types of crafts, like, don't get all hung up in your head about being like perfect the first time, because that is the biggest thing that has hindered me in my craft. Like, if you could take one thing from me, guys, forever, please, just, if you have a perfectionist complex like I do, fuck that shit off, okay? Like, you don't need it. It's gonna be a hard battle. Like, you're gonna want to bang your head against glass sometimes, but please, guys, just try. Just take that first step, and if you're not perfect, fucking do it again and again and again and again until you get the results that you desire, or until you perfect the craft that you wanted to have in the first time you tried, but maybe necessarily just didn't really know what you were doing. Like, I set off the smoke alarm the first time I casted a real spell, or almost did, because it smelled so bad, and my mom came in my room and was like, "What are you doing? Is there a fire?" We all have our learning process. That's not what I'm saying here. I'm just saying, like, it's really important to, maybe if you're more intimidated by like the spells where you have to like cast a circle, get the candles and all of that, you know, maybe just writing on a piece of paper how you want your next, you know, how you want 2020 to end for you, like, and write it as if it already happened, and then bury that, or like light that on fire. Or if you're not comfortable with that, like, you know, you can bury it with the flowers, you can put it by a tree, you know, you can even write it on bay leaves and, you know, burn it that way. Like, there's so many things you can do this, like, to make this work for you. It's just a matter of taking the time and the effort and the energy to figure out what really resonates with you, because sometimes it might take 20 tries before you just find that thing that resonates. But also, it's very possible to get lucky on your first try and just like absolute be a baller the first time. Like, every single possibility is valid and possible, and like, just a matter of like you deciding to open that up into your reality or not, which is why I love writing magic so much, and using writing as a way to not only, you know, manifest the life that I want and create the reality that I desire and bring about the opportunities that I want and connect with people that I want to connect with, but also enables me to move others, to inspire others, because like the music that I write, like, connects with people's hearts and souls, you know, like the videos that I make, you know, help people in their practice, like the guided meditations that I write help people, you know, meet their guides or meet their inner child or whatever have you, you know what I mean? Like, that's just something that has always been a strength for me. But it doesn't matter who you are, you can always take the wisdom, the magic, and the power of writing into your life. And that is why I made today's video. So I hope that this video helped. If you have any questions or comments, please make sure you leave them down below and let me know, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. But another special thank you to Pencils of Promise and Adil C for making it possible for me to use this music to help benefit educating children who may not have otherwise been able to. It's an incredible opportunity, and I'm honored to be able to help facilitate that. So if any of you guys out there are able and willing to donate, please, any little bit counts. And thank you so much for everything that you guys do over at Pencils of Promise. If you guys want to learn more about Pencils of Promise, all of their awesome info will be at the bottom in that description box down below. If you like the song at the beginning and the end of this video, then don't forget to go listen to the whole version on Spotify, and you can see his reimagined music video on his YouTube channel. Give him the love from the Hatchling clan, because we absolutely adore my darling Adil C. So, and if you guys do decide to try writing magic for yourself or any sort of petition paper, please go check out Bahati Life's video as well. It is the most absolute greatest video I've been able to find on that particular type of writing magic style and has helped me so much in my life, so I couldn't be more grateful. So please go send all your love and support her way and check that out and try it for yourself because it is, mwah, darling, it's absolute gold. Thank you guys for stopping by and clicking on this video, spending some of your time with me today because it means the world. And if you want to support me anywhere else here on the internet, you can check out my Patreon, or you can hit that blue join button at the bottom. You can check out my Etsy as well, and more awesome things to come in the future. So I couldn't be more excited and thrilled to share with you, but please don't forget to share this video with a friend because it really helps out a lot. With that being said, I'm gonna get on out of here and stop rambling. I'm just super excited to share with you guys the magic of writing because woo, magic of writing. But yeah, I also really missed you guys, so super happy and grateful to have you guys here, and I hope you guys are doing well. Please use this to help benefit your life because it's been rough and we gotta do everything we can to help ourselves. Help yourself. Like help me help you, okay? Because that's why I'm here. So thanks for subscribing, thanks for liking, thanks for commenting, and of course thanks for being here and being yourself. So with that being said, bye! I need to stop talking. I love you so much, but until next time, stay geeky, cheeky, and freaky little hatchling. Okay, bye! Blessed be and bye, loves.
I need you, girl, I need you where